What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about the victory track of season 6, and we're going to talk about the best attackers and the best defenders of this victory track meta, which is, by the way, Conflictor and Arms Race. We're not going to include both champions specials are unblockable because this is on the Gladiator circuit and not too many people like advance in the first week. So we're just going to stay for Conflictor and Arms Race. So Conflictor, every 7 seconds, the next debuff triggered by the attacker is immediately purified. And each time this effect triggers, the defender gains 50% of buff power. So it's exactly as masochism, it's exactly the same node, but instead of the defender healing, they just gain 50% of buff power. So it's exactly how it works. So some obvious MVPs are like Apocalypse and White Magneto, because White Magneto has those passive stuns when he's pre-fight, and Apocalypse's debuffs cannot be purified. So those two are like perfect for this node. They completely ignore it. But then we have both the attacker and defender gain a passive fury during the specials based on the defender's power. So you gotta pay attention that it says both attacker and defender. So we're gonna talk about it a little bit later. So while below 1 bar of power, you gain 25, both you and attacker. While between 1 and 2 bars, 75% attack, and while above 2, 200% more attack. So first, we're gonna go for like the best attackers of each class that I've thought of. Starting off with Science. So Science, this guy Hulk, he does have a really long stun on his special one. So if you can if you can bait the Conflictor and then get to like 15 Furies before the 7 seconds come back, you can do like a 5 combo in the special one, which are going to give you basically the abilities are not changed. But basically gives you like, I think, an 8-second stun. Now I'm not sure how it's going to work with Limber for masteries. Probably going to reduce it by quite a bit. But because you get so much damage with your specials, maybe because you're going to be pushing them or hitting them while they're stunned, they're probably going to go to like a special 3. So if the opponent is already low, you can just throw a special 1, do a couple hits before the stun expires, build up to the special 2, and then because the opponent is going to have 3 bars of power, your special 2 will hit 200% stronger, which might be the finishing blow. So if that works, like if you got a really like high ranked up Hulk, this could work. But again, it could mess up with your stun if you don't bait Conflictor. Human Torch is obviously going to be pretty great. Joe Fixer is not going to be that great as an attacker because in order to bait out the Conflictor, you got a parry, which is going to ruin your rotation with the cards based on what you want to do. Mr. Fantastic is not going to be great because his pre-effects are immediately going to get shrugged off. Probably one of the worst. Quicksilver right there could be really tricky with Conflictor because he always applies debuffs, right? And then you get a bait specials all the time. You might lose your whiplashes. Good thing about him is that he's got a Wither, which is great for Mystic defenders, which is going to be probably most defenders are going to be Mystic because that extra power gain from Mystic Dispersion and Conflictor, it's going to be pretty crazy. And then we have this Scorpion and Spider-Ham, which I think are going to be actually good. Like, of course, they apply debuffs. Scorpion applies them on his mediums and his special 1. So this is going to mess him up with Conflictor. But the good thing is that with Scorpion, you're always going to be baiting special attacks, which is what you're going to be doing all the time with Conflictor on. So you might lose a couple of those Sting debuffs, but you're going to be baiting more special. So I think that's going to be okay. Same thing with Spider-Ham. And because you can control if you want to apply the debuff or not, like maybe they have 2.5 bars and they get to a special 3, because you can control if you want to debuff them or not, I think they're going to be pretty decent. Like Spider-Ham, you can just apply 5 Porker Boppers, pause them, trigger Conflictor, and then go in again. So I think those two are going to be pretty good. Titanium might be okay, but she does apply a lot of debuffs, so maybe you bait a lot of specials. And then we get the skill champion. So one thing for you guys to know is that you gain attack with this node, which means if your specials apply any kind of debuff, like Hyperion special 1, or let's say Black Cat's critical bleeds, those are going to be even stronger now with that attack rating you're going to get. So Black Cat, I believe, is going to be so crazy with those crit bleeds. If you can get like a really good crit RNG on your specials, she's going to hit like a monster as long as you bait that Conflictor again, so you don't like lose any of your bleeds. So I think she's going to be pretty crazy. Then we have this Black Widow, which she does apply some instant shocks on her special attacks, so those should be even stronger with that fury you get, based on like the bar of power if it's 25, 75, or 200. So she should be pretty decent for that. Elsa could be okay because she doesn't really need to parry, so it's not gonna be like annoying with Conflictor. So she could be pretty great. Falcon, I don't think is gonna be great because the node Conflictor is not affected by ability accuracy, so you cannot like lock on and then parry because it's not gonna work. Karnak, unfortunately, he's going to be missing some of his damage because he doesn't like, he applies fragiles and you gotta bait out Conflictor to apply them, so he's gonna lose a bit of time. Kingpin should be pretty decent. Massacre has huge special 2 damage, so pretty good. The good thing about Massacre is that you want to throw this on the block, so it's not going to give too much power as well. Because what you want to do in this meta is just push them to the special 2, but just a little bit above special 2, so you get that 200% attack. And the good thing about Massacre is that if you hit this, especially in the block, what you want to do with Massacre, you're not going to give them too much power, so it's not going to push them close to the special 3, so it's not going to be crazy scary. So this guy's probably going to be pretty good. Mole Man, he does have guaranteed crits on the special attack, so he's going to nuke them super fast, and he also has those guaranteed bleeds when he crits on that special 2. So those are going to be even stronger. So I think he's going to be one of the best. Shang-Chi does have guaranteed crits on the special as well, so you can probably push him to the special 2, and with that 200% attack, he should be finishing opponents really fast. Stealth is exactly the same thing. He almost has guaranteed crits, so he does hit super hard, so it should be pretty decent. And then Valkyrie. Valkyrie, I think she's going to be pretty okay. Like, she does deal a lot of damage on that special too. She's got those bleed effects, so she should be still okay. Because the thing about Valkyrie is that you don't really need to parry, you just hit in the block, so she's going to be a pretty safe option. And then, right here, we got this MVP right here. We got this Apocalypse, which is completely, he ignores the Conflictor, and he's got those, that poison on the special 1 and that degen on the special 2, which is actually going to hit harder, because when you pop the special, you get that fury, so that means your poison and degen will hit harder for like the whole fight, because these debuffs, you can just refresh them with your heavy. Bishop is going to be a monster. He's got huge special attack, and with that 200% attack, and that Incinerate ticking for even more, because it's based on the damage deal, he's going to be a monster. Domino, she can get those crit bleeds. They're going to tick for so much with that fury. Kitty Pryde, she's got those almost guaranteed crit special attacks. She should deal insane damage as well. She's got that red number. Definitely going to be using her. Magneto, I'm not sure how it's going to work if he like hacks the node or something. he definitely cannot hack Conflictor, I think. Or maybe he can actually, so he should be okay against like metal champions, I guess. Namor is actually quite decent because you can spam those special attacks. If you get to the Outrage, you can just spam like 3 special 2s, so there's no way someone survives with 3 special 2s of Namor. So he might be okay, like pretty interesting to test. Storm has huge special attack numbers, should be a nuke. Same thing with Sunspot, and the good thing about Sunspot is that he applies Incinerates on his basic attack, so you can just bait Conflictor whenever you want to, and get your parries in, siphon that power back, and huge special 2s should be great. And then we have the tech class, which is actually probably the safest class, because there's the more power drain champions and stuff like that, which you need for Conflictor. So we have Ghost. Ghost, as you know, she got guaranteed crits, she hits super hard, so just push her to the special 2, get a couple buffs, and your special 2 should kill with that 200% attack. Then we have Guardian. Guardian has huge shock damage on that special 2. It's gonna be even stronger with the Fury, really great. He's got a power drain on his 4th light as well by consuming 2 force field charges, so if something goes wrong, he's gonna cover you with that, so he's gonna be really great. Then we have Hulkbuster. Same thing with Infamous Iron Man. They both power drain the special 2. This guy, you need to hit in the block, though, I believe, for it to power drain as well. So if you do that and they have more than 3, or like if they have more than 2 bars of power, you're going to get 200% more attack in your special 2, and then they're going to have 0 power, which is really great for that reason. And then Infamous Iron Man has a special 2 power drain if you are, if you have the Aura of Iron active. Just throw the heavy into the special 2. He should deal massive damage with those instant shocks, and then they're going to be power drained, so there's no threat of the special 3. Then we have Nimrod. Nimrod does have a power drain as well, pretty decent. His SP2 hits super hard, and the good thing about it is that he has passive shock, so doesn't trigger Conflictor. Don't care too much. Omega Sentinel, unfortunately, she's not gonna be great because she does apply debuffs, and if you don't time that special too, like she could be great if you bait that special or bait that Conflictor, pop that special too, and get like those 4 incinerates, because those are gonna hit harder for the rest of the fight as long as you pause them, because they come from the special attack, which is gonna be boosted with that Fury. So she should be decent if you bait that Conflictor. And then guys, Penny is gonna be a monster. She's got those huge incinerates. They're gonna be taking for so much damage. Like I tested it on a node, or on like exactly the same node in the story content. She was taking for like 15k of those incinerates with just like 15, I think. So she's gonna hit super hard. She's gonna be insane. We have Rocket Raccoon. The good thing about Rocket is that he crits so much, but he also, if you have an armor break, if you got him awakened and you got an armor break on them, which is so easy to get because it's you just consume 10 scrap metal and you go for an armor break with your heavy attack, then you just instantly power drain them for a little bit, but that little bit is enough for them to not get to the special 3. So you can just bounce them back to the 3 bars of power to like 2.9 and get your boosted attack from your special attacks. So he should be pretty decent actually. And then we got Starkey. Of course, he's got that heavy attack with his that heavy attack power drains, which is nice if they get to like too much power. So should be pretty decent. And then we got those 2 visions. Should be really nice with the power drain if you want to have like a safe fight. And then lastly, we got a Warlock from this class, which if they are infected, they get constantly power drained. If they're running willpower, so this guy should be pretty crazy too. Now on to the Cosmic class. So the Cosmic class has a lot of damage. This guy is the first one. So this guy has Damnation. If you can time, like the only thing about CGR is that you have to bait Conflictor before you throw the Damnation. Because if you do, it's going to eat the Damnation, which you're going to lose the armor breaks and all that stuff. So when you get your 3 judgments, you just parry, bait Conflictor, and then you go for the special 2 to inflict that Damnation, which by the way is going to power lock them. So they cannot gain power. So if you pop the special 2 while they have slightly more than 2 bars of power, you're going to get that 200% attack, and they're going to be power locked. So there's no way they can kill you. Gallon does, like he's going to work, and he's probably going to work the greatest if you go for special 2, because you get those incinerates, which are going to be even stronger with that node. Then we go to, Hercules, Hulkling, and Hype. They are going to be monsters, especially I believe Hyperion, because I mean the only thing about Hyperion is that you need to parry too much to like go for parry heavies. You need to reparry. The good thing about him though is that those incinerates are going to take for more damage if you get that passive fury, which is really nice. And then Hercules probably like 1 special 2 or special 1 special 2 is going to kill everything. I bet. Then we got Null. Null actually, man, if you have a high signal, when corruption is active, the opponent suffers combat power rate for each armor break debuff. So if you have a lot of armor breaks, your special 2 applies, when they are corrupted, you deal like this instant bleed damage. I think it's here, yeah. While the opponent is corrupted, inflict an instant bleed, dealing 65% of the attack as direct damage. So you're going to hit harder, which is, this means it's going to hit harder too. And you get that safety with those armor breaks to not give them too much combat power rate, so they don't get to the special 3. So this guy, 1 special 1, 1 special 2, should be a really good rotation and really safe as well if you got a high sig. And then I believe that's it for the Cosmics, like the best ones. And then Mystics, we do have some really decent options, like Dr. Doom. Obviously, he's got that power drain, really safe attacker for Conflictor. He does have those fat incinerates in the special 2, so he should hit super hard as well. This guy has some ruptures too. I'm not sure if he's going to be like crazy good or not, but Juggernaut is going to be really great because you don't even need to parry with Juggernaut. You just block to get your openings. Should be a monster as well. Tiger with that special 2 probably going to kill everyone after 1 rotation. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the attackers. Now let's go quickly over those defenders. So defenders, again, if we go to this node, it says both attacker and defender gain passive fury during the special attack. So if you baited their special 2 and they have 2 bars and a little bit more than that, their special 2 is going to hit 200% harder. and same for the special 3. So we want to use champions to like avoid their special 2s. So annoying special 2s basically are going to be the key to this defense meta. So Joe, if he spams a lot of specials, it's not good because you get a lot of debuffs. He does hit super hard in the block with those disorients. And then also we have this Quicksilver guy, which his specials are super annoying. Special 2, it is tough to dex. I sometimes do it, pretty hard to dex though. But yeah, not too crazy for the science class. This Battleground could be a bit tricky if you get pushed to special 2. Here we get the Shrug Off gems, which could be decent defenders if you shrug off those debuffs, if most of your damage is coming from that, from your special attack debuffs. But yeah, not really crazy defenders for this. I mean, obviously Nick Fury is going to be a defender for every single meta. Korg is going to be annoying with that Conflictor, because he shrugs off stuff, and then you got Conflictor on top of that. Then Mutants, we have this Bishop guy, which you really want to avoid both his special 1 and special 2, to be honest. So he's definitely going to be a bit of a tough one to deal with. No one really that's like really crazy because of Conflictor. We do have some champions like Darkhawk, was like both his specials are pretty annoying to deal with. This guy actually, Mysterio, a high sig Mysterio. He pops a special 1, he pops a special 2, he's gonna stall you. So the more power he gets, the more specials he's gonna throw. So he should be really great as a defender for stalling situations. Cosmics, we do have Hyperion, which he's got an extra power gain. So with Conflictor, that if you don't have a power control or a nullified champion, you're not gonna have a fun fight. Cersei, she gains more power. Both specials are super annoying. She's gonna stall you. This guy does have sick power drain. He's got the tenacity as well. If you got him high sig, he will have his tenacity, his Conflictor, so he should be really annoying to parry and deal with his power drains. Null, same thing. You don't really want to bait Null special 1 or special 2, so he should stall you a lot. But the best defenders in this meta will be Mystics, because let's face it, like, most people run Mystic Dispersion, so if you pair Conflictor with Mystic Dispersion, it's just not good. So first off, Observer Man is gonna throw way too many specials. He might corner you. America Chavez, that special 2 is devastating, especially with that block penetration from that 200% more attack. Doom is obviously, you get hit once, you're dead for the specials. Ebony Maw is going to be super annoying to parry because he already is. But if you compare that with Conflictor, oh no, it's definitely not going to be fun. And then of course we got this guy. He's going to pop way too many specials, going to corner you if you're not Incinerate immune. There's no way he doesn't. Mordo might be annoying with that extra power gain he's got with Mystic Dispersion and Conflictor. Rentra, what's so good about Rentra is that he's got that corrosive resistance, so sometimes you want to go for like those debuff plays, but with Conflictor he might just shrug off some, so he's going to be even tankier. Sasquatch has got the most health in the game, so he will be annoying to deal with on Conflictor because the fight is going to last forever basically. Hood could be annoying because if you bait this guy special 2, it's going to hurt, and then he's going invisible afterwards, so this guy is going to be pretty tricky, to be honest. But yeah, that's going to be, like, at the most part, Mystic defenders in this meta, pair with Mystic Dispersion. I'm really afraid, because I think people are going to be pausing again, because that special 3, if you get hit by the special 3, you're just going to pause and not take the damage, and wait until the fight ends, which is, it's not good. So I think this is going to be one of those metas, like, we're going to have a lot of Mystics. There's also one that I forgot, Dragonman. He's got his own power drain, so I think he's going to be pretty annoying as well. But yeah, guys, hopefully this video helps you. The season is about to start, and hopefully it's not too difficult to advance to the Gladiator circuit. I will try and advance week 1. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video, and if it helped you, please give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.